I think it's a psychological thing. Quarterly, it's going to be bigger because you've accrued 3 months, and you're thinking further ahead than month on month. Whereas month on month, you can think of another job.
So I know last week we were talking about I think paying staff based on I think it was like you pay based on a ratio. Yeah, it was like a 5x. So they got to pay him a salary, but then they got to manage 5x what that is monthly, I think. What additional incentive-based pay helps retain staff? And bear in mind if it's for lead gen. So I kind of want to tie something in with performance client retention. I've got some ideas, but I was wondering if you've ever done it for like lead gen, or Liam looks like he's got an idea.
Yeah, I do. Well, I pay bonuses. So I'll answer it, and then Liam can tell us how he does his. See, there's two ends of the spectrum here. Compared to Michael, you're at the other end of the spectrum where you're doing the templated stuff, stacking it high. So you could probably get away with less experienced, less expensive people managing the accounts. Michael trying to get 5x out of his guy might be difficult, but it's certainly one to aim for. If he's paying someone 6 figures, he should be able to do it. Now, if you're paying someone 25 grand, I dare say you can do more than 5x, but it's economies of scale. It's what's realistic, how much you charge per account. Let's say that. So 25 grand a year, let's say you pay them 2.5 grand with tax. Let's say that's 4 accounts. So could they manage 20 accounts reliably? Because that's one a working day. That's your 5 times multiple. I mean, could they? Probably.
Yeah.
Would they burn out? Which leads on to the next question. Probably.
Of boredom.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I think. How do you get around boredom in a job? Well, if the job's boring, the job's boring, and a lot of jobs are boring. Google Ads is the same, really. So you can offer bonus incentives for performance, but a lot of people are motivated by money to a certain point, and then if the job isn't satisfying them, they'll move anyway. So I think this is the importance of having a really good process and structure in place, which is easier for you to do template things, so you can stick it on the next person that turns up. Are you scared of losing someone good at the minute? How many guys have you got? Sorry.
Me, Dale, we just hired someone full time as well.
So are you worried about losing them after hiring them, or are you just thinking ahead?
Just thinking ahead, really. Not too worried at this stage, but just thinking, because we've not really hired people full time before and everything. Worked with a lot of contractors, but like having someone who's like committed to the cause and sticking around, and what we can do to ensure that.
So you can give them. I would push incentives out initially until someone's been with you for a long enough time. So I wouldn't give someone a month on month to start with.
Yeah. Because
then it becomes too familiar, and I don't think that would stop them leaving. Maybe make it quarterly. Okay. Or even 6 monthly to start, and say, look, if we hit these targets for these clients, it doesn't have to be every single client, but if you're on average above the target that we set across the accounts you manage, we'll give you X% of the revenue that comes in from those clients. So it pushes that milestone out a bit. And then if they turn good 6-9 months in, maybe 6 months, you can move it to maybe quarterly or bi-monthly. I don't know. I think it's a psychological thing. Quarterly, it's going to be bigger because you've accrued 3 months, and you're thinking further ahead than month on month. Whereas month on month, you can think of another job.